Tôi nói Leticia Garama.
Leticia Guadarrama.
That's much better. Yes. She's going to come and give a brief welcome to everybody for being here today, and also talk about the event today. So, let's give a big welcome for her, please. Thank you.
And we just want to welcome you to this wonderful event that is about students. And we're so proud when I see you walking and when I see you here, that's what we're working here for. I think all of us believe in the same thing. And I'm so glad that you brought your family with you to celebrate, because it's a celebration, it's a family event. And thank you for letting us be part of this. We want to say how important it is to attend events together. And that's why I want to be sure we are, as immigrant communities, we have to unite. We have to help each other. It takes a village and a community for the success of the students, and we have to believe in that, and we have to follow, and we also have to make it possible. When somebody needs help, we have to be able to help them. I think it's important that you start to tell them, what do you want to study since the beginning? How are you going to make it possible? It's not just graduating from high school. This is the beginning. You are in your way to a great path, a career.
I'm going to help interpret a little bit. I'm going to summarize, okay? Let me to interpret, keep it to a few words or a few sentences, and I would love to help interpret for the family. But mỗi hai lúc mong người có thể trong share nu nói này nu ở trong này là nè, nếu có bỏ này tao kể tao này họ graduation nếu trong share hẹn, ta chỉ uo khăn là một celebrate là một cái share trong này sẽ đỡ. Dĩ linh đó người có thật lúc summer camp nè, chỉ lúc lúc summer summit nè, chỉ khăn nào ba rồi cho mình nhớ không gì nè. Any 8th grader, bố mình nhớ không gì, nhưng mà không chưa. Bố mình nhớ không gì, mà không chưa. 8th grader going to 9th grade next year. Yes, good. You qualify. You're the only one in the room. Yes. Right over here. So she's an 8th grader. It's actually Song's daughter, right, Song? Yes. Excellent. Cho không gì đâu không chưa là chỉ bên mấy cái mentorship program. Họ nói họ là cho khi này ba là thì một cần cái share cho một lý do nữa nè. Chỉ còn cái thà nó chỉ Olin đó giờ ba rồi cho boys cho tu thế, giờ ba rồi cho girls cho sai nữa nè. Thì nhớ là downtown thì nhớ là St. Thomas University. Thì thọ cho sẽ đời là thứ một sự hở lấy một cha sao có cho mình nhỏ nhá không gì. Ba một không chua một cỡ nữa nè. Thì ta đó cho mình nhỏ ear ở nhá Bellu District nè. Thì chỉ cho tu thì chỉ cho tuần sai nè. Yeah, thank you guys. Watch okay. All right, next we'll keep going. I'd like to introduce onto the podium here is Ilya Bergerman and also Celia Ali, who's going to speak and introduce our new superintendent, Mr. Greft. So here you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we introduce our superintendent, I want to congratulate the graduates. It is wonderful to see you here. Remember that this is not the end of your education. It's just the beginning now for post-secondary education. We are very proud of you. You are our next leaders, our doctors, engineers, whatever career you want to choose. Remember that we at MPS are proud. You are an asset, not just to your families, but also to your community, to the state, and this country. You are our future. Congratulations. Okay.
On đây cũng chờ từ superintendent tụ cho lo chập là bên lúc chơi cầm tới nè tụ thôi chưa là khi nào này cú sao khi nào này thì cho nên trong xia nè này cho graduate này cho cần tới tiền cho nên trong xia này những khó chỉnh được bên lúc này này giờ cho nó chơi vào tận đây nè thế này giờ cho và họ lựa xia là như này doctor lawyers là giờ cho nên họ lựa giống bây giờ Minneapolis nè bây giờ xia thì bây giờ xia rồi này hình lý watch out.
And before I give the mic to Director Ali, I just want to tell you that I was in Anchorage, Alaska, actually, before Superintendent Agra was hired, and I had the pleasure of visiting some of the schools. Wonderful school. I was very, very impressed. Your leadership over there, it was great. I visited some of the EL schools, very impressed of the progress of the schools, and I can't wait to start the programming and replicate some of the good success that we have in Anchorage. So, Director Ali, it's now your turn.
Dear graduates, on behalf of Board of Education of Minneapolis, I would like to congratulate you for your hard work, your determination, and your success. You made us proud. We thank you. We are very proud of you for your accomplishment.
วันเดนว่าเจ้าเจ้าในที่โรงเรียนเดี๋ยวไปจะ graduate เรายังในจะกันตัวเตียนนู่นเนาะในเกณฑ์ในชีวิตเราเราเดี๋ยว hard work ในชีวิตเราว่าแกเราจะช่วยซึ่งจะเปลี่ยนกันตัวที่ในขอในอวดจะจอด determination จิลินเดินนู่นในที่ successful เราอย่างในที่กันตัวเตียอีกทีนะไอ้กูโรงเรียนที่อวดในชีวิตเจ้าว่าเจ้าแก
As a board member, I am committed to advocate for all students of Minneapolis public schools. However, ELL students are close to my heart because of I myself am a member of ELL communities, and I will not hesitate to advocate to the maximum.
Zilinda shake ya nei to board member như là hầu lúc checkกันnào là ya lúc district nào cú ya lúc sure thì advocate nào mà cú ya shake nei hay nei cho lù wa hầu lù cho nei truy sinh cho bây giờ ya cho wa cờ họ lù nè bây giờ mình mong mình nhua sure là ya lù tu wa cờ lù hay lù cú ya tu shake nei cú ya ít tu wa cờ họ lù thì ya lên nào cú ya shake nei cú ya sang cả nei còn nei cần tao tổ trong gì thì
When I say ELL, whether you are a Hmong, whether you are East African, or whether you are Latino, or whether you speak French, you are close to my heart, and I will do my best. I'm one of those individuals who, when I say I'm doing something, I make it happen. I say it. And last year, I visited your school, HIA, 8 times. 8 times I visited that school. There is no school that I visited 8 times in Minneapolis. And the reason I went there is that because I do care. And though I am not elected from this area, but whenever you need me, just you guys can call me. The good news I have for you, we have a new leader with strong background of ELL. And this is great for us, those of us who speak another language. And I would like to also congratulate the native Indians that we have a new leader who spent some time in reservation. This is one of the experience that I myself missing, and I would like to find an opportunity to visit reservations and spend some time with the native Indians. But those of us who are ELL or speak another language, we have a new sheriff in town. There was a time that in this Minneapolis public schools, year and a half ago when I joined, there was a survey done by administrationists. I think I have to look for that. And some of the ELL students, they say we are not visible in Minneapolis public schools. We are not visible. That's where we are coming from. But the good news, we have a new leader who has a strong background with ELL. He has my maximum support. He has my maximum support, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that we support him. We give him genuine support, not just saying support. You know, I come from Africa, and when I say something, I really mean it. You have my maximum support, Superintendent Graf, and you deserve this. And these ELL communities are wonderful communities. They are hungry for education. They have no time for politics. They are hard workers. They spend a lot of time for working. Majority of the ELL communities, their parents work more than 15 hours. And mostly they work with the minimum wage. So you have maximum support from us. We will work with you, but we were looking for a leader who really understands our background. And having said that, from the bottom of my heart, would you like to translate that? Sure. It's very important. It's very important.
You can summarize. Yeah.
I'm going to summarize. Nước đó trong share của bây tới từ thời cho giống lấy từ thời cho share là cho bây lúc district là lúc chơi gần tới lo nó cú ý từ và cú nhận nôn dễ thì truy sinh nó giờ và mới hay cho và cái cờ lù nôn language nè bây giờ ELL nó giờ cho bên nhua và nếu và Hmong là giờ hay thì East African là giờ thì cho Mỹ là giờ hay thì cho và khá là giờ lần tư và cờ họ lùm và trong share nó bây giờ từ thời cho và lò về Alaska lò nè pe mo mong thia chui seng no nu ya itu tau hai tia yu ya itu min yu ka a ha lu na ya jong ni cha zilin da ku jong share hai tia ku ya chau pe tu superintendent ya tu cho share no tan tho lu she lu ju na lo mong hai maximum na je chau tan tho vì đó họ biết lúc chơi cần tao này giờ cho mình nhua cho chơi cần tao xứ chúng ta nên nói cho mình nhua nó tại tu phiền trong chỗ họ lười cầu chi số một tội vì thế yên thì thế này nè để cho mình nhua vậy cho mình nhua chơi cần tao giờ nên nó và bây giờ tàu tụ thôi cho chia của một họ background mà họ kiến cử là giờ nữ cái của họ lười ta là nó nữ bao giờ bây giờ mình nhua có họ lù này nè để cũng trong chia theo của chơi nữ ta rồi thì bây giờ họ lười dây nữ thế nào để watch out.
Welcome our new leader, our new superintendent. His record speaks for him. The school that he came from, the graduation rate 85%. Am I right, Superintendent Graf? 80.2%. That his record speaks for him. Your record speaks for you. We are welcoming you here, and we are delighted to have you here. And welcome to the podium.
I want to just say a couple of other thank yous and acknowledge people who are here tonight. We have, of course, Director Ali, Director Gagnon, who's here with us, and Director Ellison. Thank you, board members, for being here. Also want to acknowledge Representative Joseph Mallory, who's here. Thank you for coming out. And then I know I met a few other individuals that I'd like to acknowledge. Minneapolis Councilman Long Yang is here. And I think we have someone joining us by video, Senator Feng Hao. Yep. And then Wahua Ka, who's the board president for the Hmong American Mutual Assistance Association. Is here. And Long Yang, the executive director for the Hmong American Mutual Assistance Association as well. So the reason I acknowledge all of these people is because they all are here to share in the celebration of the students. And as Director Ali mentioned, I'm a superintendent at another district, but the one thing that I'm committed to, no matter where I am, is our students. And that's what's drawn me to Minneapolis Public Schools, is the potential and the opportunity for students here. And so I have a great deal of passion and commitment in meeting some of the young men that I met here tonight and the celebrations that they're going through with their graduations, and knowing that they're going on to college, engineers, whether it's computer engineering or engineering of another kind. There's just so much potential for all of you, and I want to just thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. And as Director Ali said, this is your building, and I mentioned this to one of the students. Please come back and let us know what you're doing and share the success that you have, not only for us to hear and understand, but for your siblings to hear and understand, and the other students to see the potential that comes from perseverance and from hard work. So we're very fortunate to have you here and to join in your celebration of this wonderful accomplishment.
Chị sinh nó chỉ nên đến nó thì thả là nếu cô ý nó chỉ nào chỉ nói cô hãy cho nó cho qua sẽ được tôi họ lúc chế nó thế. Chị sinh về cho này chỉ lời ở tôi cho nó cho mong thế. Chỉ cho và City Council Blong thế là một trâu ít lời Senator Phong Her thế. Nếu cô giờ cổng pe và bỏ họ TV ít lời bỏ được thế. Nếu cô và làm hai tháng rồi là sẽ được luôn về vì đó họ tiền nó là cho lúc sẽ chơi muốn ông người tôi cổng này nữa. Thì cái này họ chịu chế hẹn. Cho tôi để pe tôi cho nó cho vào dùng sau này. Dĩ nhiên là lúc này này bây giờ students và cú lo họ lúc và district là lúc chơi gần đó lo này vì đó họ thì bây một potential nằm ở bỏ hay thì bây giờ một câu chuyện gì thế chuyên sinh gì nó và bỏ tôi để bây giờ mình nhiều như cần cái share lúc nào cũng chỉ cho graduate là cho cần tới tiền nó cũng đâu là thà cảnh tụ cũng giờ cầu engineer cảnh tụ cũng giờ một cần cái share lười già tại chỉ lúc nào giờ lớn nu nè em đó là trong share hẹn họ cần nó nếu cô hãy cho mình nhiều cần tới tiền xong nó hay thì có chắc cá lò thế này mua cần tới gì lời tao kế và mình lời chắc cá lò họ lúc biết lúc chơi cần tới thia chắc cá lò GP thia khi đâu biết tiền này cần tới này kế và mình một lý trả lời giờ khi đó đi cho viên giàu thia giờ khi đó biết cho chơi cho mình nhiều và chuyện nhau đâu chơi cần tới tại sao nó bây dùng share tới một mong và tao này giờ biết cho mình nhiều cần tới nữa nè.
And finally, I just want to say two more things. First is I want to encourage you, students, to be so proud of who you are, your culture, your heritage, where you're from, the language that you have within you and your family, and the language that you've learned in English. And I also want to encourage you to acknowledge your family and thank your family for the support that they've given you, for the sacrifices they've made so that you can be successful and go on to do great things, not only for yourself, but for them as you give back to your parents. So thank you for again allowing me to be here with you tonight. This is the first opportunity I've had to join this celebration live. Usually I'm on the big screen there. So I'm pleased to be here, and once again just so honored to see all of you successfully graduate after so many years of hard work and perseverance. Thanks.
And now to continue our program, we will have Señora Brugman and Señor Mohidan Warfa, por favor.
All right. Please come onto the stage. They are going to introduce City Council Blong Yang. Gaya la hai thiết cho City Council Blong Ya nè. La khía bên lục này cho mình tụi mình nhớ
So when I've been to meetings with the Hmong community, they have said, we need a leader and multilingual who is Hmong. And I told you, I will promise we will hire one. He starts on Monday. Great job. So you wanna say something? Use your language.
Okay, 让先到呢，古呀，伦北我路亚呢，探路亚呢，古了老我后来做好路这กันได้เนาะเจ้า路这กัน好เจ้ากันได้ Minneapolis Public School เจ้ากูปีนู้มันเด็ดตอนนี้เนาะว่าอย่าให้เดี๋ยวนี้ว่าสาตัวเก็บป้าจุลเนี่ยหูตัวกูเท่กูเจ้าเสียป้าเนี่ยเสียได้เท่กูรงเสียว่าเราเขาเลยจนเนี่ยเสียได้
Great. Thank you. Okay, so Mohida, now I let you take the mic.
Good afternoon. My name is Mohidin Warfa. I'm the director for the multilingual department. I just want to say thank you to the graduates. After 4 years of hard work, your journey is, coming to an end now. You're ready for college and career, and you also either bilingual or multilingual, which is an asset in a very competitive global environment. So I also want to say thank you to the families for all the hard work you have done to bring, to help prepare your students and to become for who they are today. So congratulations. I also want to just say I was also in May at Anchorage, met Superintendent Graf there with Ilya. I was surprised really to see that, Hmong is the number 3 language there. And they have Somalis too, I think number 6 language, Spanish is also there. So it's very funny. US is really becoming very diverse, and our bilingual and multilingual, languages is a big asset for us. I also just want to say a big thank you to Mr. Long Yang from the Mutual American Association. He's really been a very good partner in working with us when we have things as a big family. There's always issues at schools, and he's been very helpful in helping with that. Worked closely with Sonny Lee and Mr. Adam Vu from the Hmong Parent Advisory Council as well. I just want to say thank you for all your partnership, and thanks for being here today.
Okay. So, Councilman Blong Yang, if we can have you over to the post. A great partner with us also in, City Council for Minneapolis. And we are very proud to have him here today to address you. Okay. Thank you for being here.
All right, thank you. So thank you very much for having me. I just want to say that I was invited really late, and so I came up with the speech though, because I thought this was a commencement speech. I'm going to speak in English first, and then I'm going to finish my speech, and then I will summarize it in like 2 minutes in Hmong to the Hmong parents out there. So first and foremost, congratulations. This is just a wonderful occasion, and I love graduations because it signals, a step in your life that you've accomplished. And, I want to start by just saying that, last year, President Obama visited Minneapolis, and he said this, and he just said this really simply. He said, "My education got me here." And I thought that was so powerful because what he was saying was that without his education, he wouldn't have got to where he got to as president of the United States. And, you know, when you think about your diploma, it's just a piece of paper. I get that, but it's an extremely important piece of paper. And think about this, you know, with a college or a high school diploma, you will get jobs that people who don't have diplomas will not get. And that will mean that you will make more money than those folks. But think about this also. If you go on to college or if you get a trade or a profession, you will make more than 2 times the amount that a high school graduate would make. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning for you. And, you know, I want to just say this to you all. You know, when I was growing up, which I didn't feel like it was such a long time ago, but it's been 22 years ago. 22 years ago since I've graduated. I just turned 40. And, you know, when I was 18, the Hmong American dream was to get married, to have kids, to maybe buy a house, to own a Honda Civic, and to get a $10 an hour job. Okay, that was the Hmong American dream. And you know, I can tell you from then to now, the dream hasn't changed all that much. But, you know, I have to tell you all, I mean, we as Hmong people, we don't ask for much. Our expectations are way too reasonable. And my parents could not imagine that I would be a lawyer or a doctor or a city council member. They just prayed that I would graduate from high school. You can be city council member of anywhere in Minneapolis or St. Paul, or you can be the mayor of Minneapolis. You can be anything you want. My wife, Mai Nang, says the best thing about President Obama being president is that he's a black man and he is the president. Because of who he is and where he is, he's opened the doors for people like my daughters and all of you to be anything you want to be, including the President of the United States. In terms of the places you will go, imagine big. Imagine being the President of the United States. For sure, wherever you imagine yourself, you'll go a lot further with an education. So congratulations, you have just started. Graduation, again, is not the end. It's only the beginning. Get ready for the next challenges. Let me do that in Hmong now. Nhớ rằng cho nên chị cái tên này cho đó na cú hai luôn nên to chứ có chuyện chính sắp là cú hai mà có tiền you know thọ cú lo em mới có gì trong đó mà bây giờ mong mà bây giờ chỉ vào có tiền bây giờ tuân xài luôn này giờ tiền lỡ mua chỗ gì rồi lỡ mua menu lỡ mua tụt xí lỡ mua tụt bánh nhẹ lỡ mua lú chế lú Honda Civic thế lỡ mua chế thế lỡ mua tụt lỡ mua họ lười ai có đua ít sao mong cái những trong hàng na bây giờ但是我哋俾到全部數個落餐豆，睇俾到做啥個落餐豆都好啲啊！有啲俾啥俾咩？有啲嘢俾咗端菜落住用日當地咯，那都好啲啊！估嘛估啥個啲頭 A 估攞估漏啦那，估啥個俾摸咗 A 端菜落講到度那 A 我到 Superintendent of Minneapolis Public Schools， 我到 City Council member 然後 Minneapolis， 我到 Governor 然後 State of Minnesota， 我到 Mayor 然後 Minneapolis， 連到嘛俾咗 A 弱啲蒙記那呀。cái cũng mà cũng vào thế sao có bé cho lùa bỏ lên đầu thế you know thầu bé còn đầu tiền nó chỉ là tiền có tiền gì chứ chúa giờ dùng nó con này có tiền nhiều khối bí xin là bây giờ có tiền tái khó là nhiều khối bí gì xin là cái có tiền sau đó mỗi sự hành thế có tiền bỏ đi ở tàu nàyแต่是เขาchính chấp là mà có tiền còn đầu tiền có tiềnอยู่นั่งที่โรงยาตอนเต้นะ okay so โรงเรียนเราต้นนี้ถ่ายtrong xe rồi này chuyện này sẽ đợi nếu mỗi thứ tin này còn đợi tiền là trong cơn gọi na cỡ tiền gọi đi cỡ tàu na ok 我chào
我呀我chào na City Council Blong ya ý cho lộ trình trên cơ kia là tôn dĩ ya bây giờ tôn dĩ mù next we'll keep going here
yeah thank you Council and he has been a really inspiration for a lot of us but also I love your words and education, and I hope the graduates remember. I hope we don't bore you to death at education, but trust us, we are here. It's so important, and also in your way, be proud of who you are. Be proud of where your parents be proud of who you have accomplished, and what he said, have another plan, but also, changing plans around the way is okay, but also keep in mind who you are. Be proud of who you are.
我那呀，个那种 share 那都可以呢，可能也好个那种 share 那都可以，包的那样忙，包的那样了都呢。我做个，但那边这样子呀，we're gonna next speaker here, Ilya. Would you like to introduce our Representative Joe Mallory, please?
Representative Joe Murray was elected to the Minnesota House of Representatives in 1996 and has been fighting for the people of Minneapolis ever since. He has especially been a leader and community organizer in North Minneapolis, and we are proud to have him here today. And I know he has been an advocate for our Hmong community, our Asian community, and all our immigrant community. So Representative Joe Murray, if you will come.
Yes, I just had almost an hour and 3/4 with Ilya and staff yesterday about Hmong issues, so that I was hearing about, and that there were problems in the schools. So she knows that I can be hopefully not difficult, but pressing on the problems that I hear from the community about. But she also, I just found out yesterday that the speech was 5 minutes, which meant I cut out about 20 minutes of my speech. And the last time I spoke, they told me half hour they wanted me to speak, and it was at graduation at Henry with 450 graduates plus all of their families, so a little bigger crowd. I don't know if do you want to do that?
Yeah, sure. 我叫的 Ilya 呀，都叫过的，那么别讲几里啊，被 plus 梦了的，还是梦叫对面的呢，还是对面哈梦路些路绕的，好接近到那的，只领的นู่น了的，กูมาชี้นาทีเสร็จนะนึกกูจ่อเลย1 นาทีแล้วเนาะกูอยู่ให้ก็ใช้เตาเท่านั้นนะ
Thank you. I've been the legislator here for everything north of Broadway for 20 years. Well, my district started further up and came down to Broadway now, but anything north of Broadway. And when I first came in, the staff person, the main staff person for the Council on Asian Pacific Minnesotans, knew me, and he knew that I had a reputation in the legal community of fighting really hard for my clients. And so he walked in the door and he says, I got a job for you. I represent the Asians in Minnesota, and especially in Hennepin County, and I'm assigning you the job of being their leader on fighting at the Capitol.
กูอยากตัว legislator เลยตัววัน legislator ใช้จ่าละมัวตัวลูกเจลูกจอเนาะย่อตัวโน้ตเลยเก่าเต้น Broadway โน้ตชาเปน่ะตัวแนงเก่าลูกเชียงเลยกูเขาเลยตัวเน่พอกูอยากเขารอย่อตัวว่าตัวชื่อตัวย่อตัว Asian Pacific Council นะจีนึกกูบอกว่าแต่กูอยากตัวชี้จ่าว่าใช้เจที่ชี้จ่าเราเดี๋ยวไฟน่ะมาเราเดี๋ยวว่าลุงมองเสียให้ใจชื่อแต่ดาวนะแต่เสียเดี๋ยวว่าเช่าจ่าที่ป้าน่ะมาลุงมองอ่ะตัวจะมองที่ป้าตัวจะ Asian เลยจะดูเขานะกูอยากตัวเจ้าป้าตัวคนเดียวที่
Thank you. And at the Capitol, I almost never talk on the floor because that's for show. But if you but if you have been to meetings and the committee meetings and the meetings where things get done over there, I'm known as one that doesn't give up and just keeps fighting for my constituents. So I pledge that to you and to continue on that. But I wanted to talk about what an important moment this is in your lives for the graduates. And the first thing is really thanking your parents and your teachers, because they are the ones that brought you to this occasion. And this is going to be a turning point in your life. Up to now, it's almost been like a cocoon for you. Everybody has wrapped around you and has brought you to this success. But now, things change. It's going to be like a butterfly coming out of the cocoon, and you have to make it in the world. They've given you the education and the tools for success, and now it's up to you to use them.
Chỉ sinh nó cũng thắt cho tiền lúc xưa này lúc xưa chỉnh chênh hình chỗ này chỉ cần tới tiền hôm nào họ ý nói ở châu chỗ này cho này cho gì thì chỉ sinh ở châu cho này khu nè vấn đề nó chỉ này trong lịch tụm bông bài này à tụm bông bài tương đấy cho hai lần nữa thế này tụm bông bài vấn đề nhỏ họ này lúc chế là chỉ tao thở xứ lúc nó này trong tụm bông bài này thở này một tí này già nè nè lúc này lúc chỉ sinh hình important moment nè lúc nói này lúc xưa hở nè nè.
And so now, basically, as you go out into the world, you have two duties, one to yourself and one to our society here. And you must choose the direction for your education and your career. And in doing that, don't let somebody else decide it or just go along aimlessly. You need to sit down right now and figure out, what do I want to do for in the end, and how does my education get shaped by what I want to accomplish in the world. And the one most important piece of advice I think I can give you, and it's been something that I wish I had, somebody when I graduated, if they would have told me that, my life would have been different. And that is the words carpe diem, seize the day. Opportunities only come once in your life often. So jump at the chance you have. As Albert Einstein and many other great people who are the most inventive, accomplish the most in the world said, they all said, anyone who is afraid to fail at something will never accomplish anything.
Con gì nó muốn mà ở sau lử nè, tại sao nó muốn cần tới tiền lờ, tao tận đây nó có chỗ tận đây nó mà ở sau lử, họ ý giờ sau lử trong này tụ kén, họ ở sau lử giờ là bao lâu giờ lúc giờ, họ này sai cho cái cờ, nó này sai cho từ những đời này, sát cho lử từ là một sai cho you tao sai you tụ kén nè, hôm nào you cần tới cái lời sai gì mù, họ cũng hay đó này họ advice là giờ làm mong à thì lu và cái lu chơi giờ, hay đó này nó giờ, tại sao nó mà lu opportunity come once nè nè lu học phía thiết cho cái này tao tận đây nó là ý giàu xí nè nè dù ý giàu xứ mà nè tao sai khó cỏ và nữ nè nhẹ thiết truy sinh chấp lời Oli Einstein này ý từ cho phải lo thiết chỉ tranh chấp là lu dễ lu giàu mình cả nó giờ nè sunshine nè nèวันchỉ sunshine vì họ chọn sunshine nè và chỉ là đã chỉ lì nè
I want to also learn from what everybody else says, and so I want to hear both the positive things about the schools and the negative things so I can work with them and work with the legislature on those. And simple email for me is just Joe Mullery, JOEMULLERY @gmail.com. And so I'll leave you with my favorite quote. It's by George Bernard Shaw. My life belongs to the community, and as long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can.
Thank you. Các nó là chỉ mất thả lúa thì và cho hồi này quan gì là chỉ cho hồi trong lúa lúa giò nè, còn này và cả luôn để tây nó thế lúa giò nó rong cha và nằm mò nữa nè rong cha khó và này tao tại sao nó, social justice nó này chủ là một sự chế thế và cho hồi còn gian chừng trong lúa giò, Linda sẽ uno sẽ được cho cả.
We are almost in the best part of our program, but however, it takes a community to make this happen. And I will ask the director, Siada Lee, director Rebecca Wagner, director Kim Ellison, to help me to pass the awards to our communities.
So next we have Long Yang, and his credential is actually Dr. Long Yang, or Sai Long Yang. He's the executive director of Hmong American Mutual Associations. We are grateful of his leadership, so this is a certificate of appreciation. Thank you, Dr. Sai Long. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we would love to give a certificate of appreciation to President Vahua Khan. So Vahua Khan, or Ka here, he is the board president of Hmong American Mutual Associations. So let's give him a big hand of applause, please. President Vahua. Yes, President Vahua. Thank you for your leadership. okay. Is Dr. Jablon Xiong in the house? Okay. Our last certificate here is we have a special certificate for Dr. Jablon Xiong. He is a professor at the U of M for his leadership with our district. So even though he's not here, let's give him a big hand of applause. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to give the student awards.
Okay, this is the best part of the program because that really, thank you. And also, after our ceremony, we welcome you to come to the second half of the program. Will be the eating seconds, okay? and take some home as well too. So we will do that. And will not be possible. This ceremony will not be possible with Elia Brookman. Can you please come to the podium? And then she will. Yes.
That's good. That's very good.
Yes, we do want the children here. Children.
They're like their home. So that they can cry. Right?
So again, now we want to congratulate our graduates. We are proud of you, and as I mentioned before, you are an asset. We're happy that you made it this far, and now you're going into your college or work, whatever it is that you are going to be doing. Congratulations. And our first person for academic excellence, now you're going to have to help me with
Peter Tao.
So Peter Tao.
All right. You can read this. There you go.
So Peter, this is for outstanding scholastic achievement in Minneapolis Public School. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Peter. Yeah. Shake hands and stay at the end there. We're going to take photo, okay? So don't go have a seat yet. Okay. So another academic achievement, Nuchi Vang.
Okay, Nuchi.
May I request the council member and also our self
Yes.
Yeah, please go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nuchi Vang. Nuchi Vang.
Our next person is Nuchi Ben, and again for Academic Dedication Award for displaying the strong effort and commitment in education in Minneapolis Public Schools.
All right, Nuchi, yes. Congratulations, yes. Shake hands, yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay. So Pachi Hang.
So Pachi Heng,
Arts Award.
and it's the Arts Award for outstanding achievement in the arts in Minneapolis Public Schools.
And then just quickly, yeah, Pachi is one of our IB student in the arts. So IB graduate from Henry. So it's a very tough and rigorous program. So thank you for all that you do. Yeshua Lee.
Our next person is Yenshua Lee from Henry, and it's a Leadership Award for exhibiting exceptional leadership abilities at Minneapolis Public Schools community. Thank you.
Congratulations, Yenhua.
Keep leading. Good job.
Yeshua, sorry. So Yeshua. I'm sorry. Okay, Yeshua. Yeah, that's good. That's you. That's you. I'm sorry. I wanted to quiz to see if you know your name. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeshua.
So,
Yeshua.
Shua Ban
Yeah.
Ben from Henry.
All right, and this is the Academic Excellence Award for Outstanding Scholastic Achievement. So excellent job.
Congratulations.
Mary Yang.
Mary Yang.
Community Service.
This is the Community Service Award for outstanding contribution to serving the local community. I give you this.
Okay. Yeah.
Congratulations.
There you go. Kenji.
Kenji, is it Moa? Okay. And it's the Community Service Award for outstanding contribution to serving the local community.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And Dr. Roshiana.
George Yang. And it's the Community Service Award for outstanding contribution to serving your local community. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jer. Yes.
Great job. Thank you.
And continue on one of our best student, Henry, also. Akia Van.
Okay. Akia Ben. an Academic Excellence Award for Outstanding Scholastic Achievement in Minneapolis Public Schools.
Congratulations, Akia.
Thank you.
And we are very proud.
Muhammad Sheikh.
And can you please say some words? Come on.
Muhammad Sheikh is going to get Academic Excellence Award. He graduated from Roosevelt High School with high GPA.
And also he will continue his career. Thank you.
Congratulations.